Hello, in the Sin series, let's talk about gluttony. That is one of the 7, right? So gluttony, this is seen as a sin. Well, why would that be? If you like to eat the food and it's important that you consume, that this brings that it brings you pleasure. Okay. Well, having been quite heavy, having found great pleasure and solace in eating not 1 but 2 bags of Dove chocolates at a time, with very nice ritualistic little things of 2 must be unwrapped, 1 must go in and it is then melted the other one, it's okay to bite but it's best not to, but feel the velvety chocolate goodness. Ooh, appreciate how the white raspberry artificial flavoring then merges with the milky creaminess of the chocolate. Whatever. On and on it went. Well, it's difficult, I think, if you're walking around weighing a little bit more than the average Joe, you become very aware of the projections out there, such as understanding that people are looking at you saying, what a big fat fuck. They don't have any control over themselves. They do not know how to say no to themselves. Well, alright. That could be true. However, yes, I know I weigh 300 pounds. What you don't understand, little person, is that I have starved myself for 2 weeks now on this bizarre diet, and I have not been able to make the scale budge, but I've been trying. Born from such white-hot self-hate that it is very harmful for me to imagine that you would hold me in anything but the highest regard as a mere monk of such power that if I chose to focus it, I would be able to levitate right here and right now. But no, I'm a big fat fuck and have no control, okay? Oh, isn't that nice? So, much of it is a projection of, holy crap, if I let go, I'd be even fatter. Okay, alright. It's probably true. You creep. So gluttony. Well, we would submit that gluttony is a tracer for self-appreciation, finding a way to self-nourish, and then having it be perhaps misunderstood by others and self. And so the self projects belief structures onto the crowd. And here's the feedback. Well, is this feedback actually happening? Or is it the mind saying, this is what they're thinking about you? Because it's just too hard to appreciate that you might be thinking about that about yourself. It doesn't really matter. See, it's a hall of mirrors, is it not? Does it really matter? Well, let's go down about, I don't know, 8-9 inches to the chest and check in with your heart. How does it feel as you're eating? You're what? 1 bag down, you only got a half bag left. In this time, you can be contemplating about things that are otherworldly or pleasant, or this is your time to give to you how you see fit. This is how I often used it. They may not understand me, I understand myself, and this is how I choose to speak to myself now. I would say that during my heaviest I would be eating extremely symbolically. There's a reason why I eat chocolate, you know. My mom liked chocolate. Why do I have certain comfort foods? It's because my mother made them for me, and she was no great cook. But the things that she did make, she made with love. and never asked me to put my plate up. And even though she might not have hugged me or looked me in the eye during the mealtime or given a damn what I had to say, well, you know, she showed up. And it hooked me up to my familial history, as alienated as I felt from everyone. It was my way of remembering that I belonged to a clan. So eating the traditional foods from the Norway and the Sweden, well, that was very helpful. I didn't feel as alone, and I felt like I had a place on this earth, that I mattered somehow, ancestrally at least. So eating is a profound act, and it should never, I think, be seen as anything but a conversation that a person is having with themselves. And judgment of all kind indicates that you are simply misunderstanding something quite deep. Your judgments are showing you how immature you are in your consciousness. Understanding that a very, very large person may actually be holding tremendous light. Fat cells hold more light than water, than muscle. Yeah. It's a thing called fortressing. Many, many old great souls, they know they are not whole. They understand that they stand on this earth forever, incomplete. Do you understand? Did you watch the walk-in video? I am all of that and more. I could tell you things about my history, and not from around here. I could tell you things about my history here on this planet, and I know them to be true, and they are cogent, coherent, and they make sense, and I have proof. But it would indicate that I am quite large in my soulic habitus, and I would be seen as insane. So I walk around fat, and I am big. I am a fortress, and I prove to myself somehow that even though I am incredibly incomplete, I am large. I am a force. So these judgments are folly. The judgment of someone being skinny and that that's somehow weak or whatever. No, there's very good reason for people to be skinny. Very good. Most of this, isn't it, about survival? Is it not? Huh? It's about the physical body expressing a truth to you, telling you a story, taking on energy that cannot be understood or appreciated or is not necessary in the consciousness. You're not ready for it. So the body takes the excess energy and converts it to allegory, metaphor. It's beautiful. The body is the friend. So anyone who looks with their eyes and sees ugly, well, it tells you a lot about who's ugly, I say. You don't like how someone looks? Well, then you've got a little problem, don't you? Really? You walk through your reality not liking a lot, huh? Oh boy, what does that tell you about you? It says nothing about them. It says everything about the eyes and what they are seeing, which is, we would say, in judgment, precious little. It's the eye going and saying, there's some things you should probably look at. Gluttony. Have at it, fatty. But give me some of that chicken. Make sure it's the greasy kind, so I got the grease going down there, and I gotta throw my shirt away because there's too much blobs of the grease on it, and I don't know how to get it out of the weave. Yeah, saddle up. Let's go eat. Let's express that way. So, to close, when I was waking up, the profound pleasure I would have eating. It was a pleasure that no longer served. I could not eat or drink without pain and violent, nasty reactions, eruptions, smells. It was embarrassing. So when I ate, oh boy, first I would get really stunned. It helped. I didn't have an appetite. I still don't. So that helps. And then I would go to what we would lovingly call the trough, the golden corral, and then I would just eat little boop, 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 boop on my plate and go, and just have so much fun eating. But I began to have a different relationship with the food, and I began to actually have more pleasure with it. What the hell is that? What the hell was that? But I really did start having more pleasure with it, and it became much more sensual and like a whole body thing, and like, oh, look at the pleasure I'm giving myself. I don't even have my hand in my pants and I'm having orgasms. Not quite that bad. I mean, I didn't let go at the Golden Corral, but I felt happy and pleasure. My eyes would kind of roll back in my head and I'd say, I don't know. I remember my first meal there after I woke up, and my Sammy was there, and I had like three plates of food, but I only ate like little bits of each because I just couldn't manage eating very well. But so I have all these really, really good comfort foods, and I'm feeling so finally home in my body. And I'm thinking I can't have any more pleasure than this with my mouth in this particular situation. And then I looked over and I saw that I had stacked up a big plate of desserts. Oh my God! It's like life was so complete at that moment. And I bit into with a hard shell of the chocolate, and it tasted juicy strawberry. Oh, Sammy. Oh, I am blessed among men. Let me look into your eyes. Let me feel this moment forever. I am in bliss. I am in joy. That they weighed 200 and what? 80 or 60 or 40 pound, and was a stature of a 5'2". There may have been people who were throwing shade and having nasty thoughts. They were not around in my reality. All that mattered was that strawberry and the crack of the chocolate and the joy that my son was making fun of. That's all that mattered anymore. Joy. So for me, food is an expression of very much of the joy, of the connection with the whole reality. I can now eat a salad, and oh, I love to eat the beef. Suddenly I'm transported to fields, and maybe that's where the cow wishes they were instead of a factory. But for some reason, it's sunlight and green grass and space, open space, and flowers and happiness and quiet in my soul. And the price of admission is what? $8.99 if it's before 4 o'clock on Sunday? Well, right on, let's go. We gotta get there by about $3.45. So that way we pay the lower price, but we get to eat the steak. I figured it out. I cracked the code of the Golden Corral. Alright, this is a longer one, but it was very gluttonous of me, wasn't it? Yes, it was. It certainly was. And well done. So, in parting, I think the theme will be quite clear. If you're behaving in a certain way, if you're having certain thoughts, probably the very first thing, if it's an organic kind of thing that you can't stop somehow, is to cut yourself some slack. Understand there might be a reason for your behavior that is sainted, that is coherent with perhaps a more benevolent reality than you've given yourself credit to imagine quite yet. And enjoy, my love, enjoy.